So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Uditt, and with me is Moksh, and we are back with the podium perspective.
Hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. We love the response we got on our first podcast. We love the feedback, the suggestions, and we are working towards creating a better social media platform for all us enthusiasts. We are back here on the right track and here to discuss more about what's going on and what we plan ahead.
Oh yeah, a part of this podcast is going to be what we are doing for the future and what are the new projects that we have planned. There's going to be a switch, as Moksh already mentioned, in the format of this podcast. Again, taking a little bit information and a little bit suggestions from you guys, and let's see how it goes. I damaged my car. All right, that reminds me. We are at the Nürburgring Nordschleife today in the Dallara Stradale. It's an amazing car created by Dallara. It's like, I mean, it's nothing like any other supercar in the market right now. It's lightweight. It's got a small small 4-cylinder 4 EcoBoost engine. So yeah, it's got quite a bit of power, not crazy amount of power that you get out of a Ferrari these days, out of a Porsche. But this car is the ultimate track toy. I mean, I've gotten a ride in it in real life, and it just feels different.
The car is fun, no doubt. I mean, I just started the drive and it does feel lightweight. It easily gets up to power. It gets up to speed. You told me it has a Ford engine? Am I right?
Yes, it does run a Ford engine, Ford EcoBoost 4-cylinder.
Unbelievable power. I'm in sheer love with the vehicle right now. Let's see our lap times. Let's see how well do I do around the circuit, which is not my forte, to be honest. But okay, go ahead. And yes, a lot of changes coming up to the channel, a lot of things in the pipeline. We will slowly and gradually tell you guys about what's going on and where do we plan to move ahead. But for now, let's start. So Uditt, which motorsport series did you follow in the last few weeks? Get us up to date.
I watched Ferrari win Le Mans after 50 years.
Thing.
Yeah, I did not watch the whole 24 hours, but I watched quite a bit of it, to be honest. So I watched a couple hours at night. I watched when it was raining and the cars were spinning on the racetrack. That was pretty interesting. I saw the Porsche Penske driver. I'm forgetting his name right now. Pushing early in the morning at around 7:30, messing up. I mean, everybody said that there was no reason for him to push because it's an endurance race. But at that moment, when I was looking at him pushing through, setting up a lap, maybe a second faster than anybody else, being on the limit, it just felt that, that guy just wants to get it done. And it was all good, it was all good. He was making some unnecessary moves, yes, because you have to lap traffic, right, in Le Mans. But then it ended up being a very stupid decision to push. He kind of messed up, went into the wall. All the advantage that he had gained was for nothing. So yeah, Le Mans is very different. No, he did not. It was not a very big shunting to the wall. It was kind of he was going on the inside, but the gap wasn't really there. The driver in front kind of took the racing line, and this guy, he had to back out of it and then just hit the car into the wall. But these Le Mans cars are way tougher than Formula 1 cars. Way tougher. They are, I mean, they can withstand way more abuse than what Formula 1 car can. I mean, it's unbelievable what those cars are able to do.
Will do these cars reach the same speeds to a Formula 1 car?
On the streets, somewhere similar, I guess, at least these days, I'm sure. they go up to around 340, 350, I guess. I'm not so sure. But yeah, it's not too off the pace of Formula One. But the real advantage Formula One has is, Formula One is lighter because LMDH these days is hybrid, as the name suggests.
Right.
So LMDH is Le Mans Daytona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's basically that car is homologated to race in Le Mans as well as in the Daytona. And so Ferrari won the race. Everybody was like, yeah, because it's been run by AF Corsa and not the Scuderia Ferrari team, but whatever. People were happy. Le Mans was happy to have Ferrari because it just boosted their viewership by I don't know how much. Like, you have no idea the extra number of people tuned in just to watch Ferrari race at Le Mans. And not just that, this year Le Mans was running a NASCAR car with Jenson Button driving it. The Garage 56. Yes. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that car did pretty well. In fact, it was giving quite a bit of GT cars good competition, and there is a clip going around the internet. I don't know at what point it happened, but that NASCAR was overtaking LMP2 cars. So interesting stuff going on at Le Mans.
Okay, that's nice.
And for the people who missed it, I can just say that you missed something really interesting. Because Toyota had literally no answer to everything what Ferraris do and then.
And Toyota were the champions, right? The reigning champions.
Yeah, Toyota has kind of been dominating the WEC scene for a while. I mean, it's just been Toyota and because they are the only how do you say constructor team.
Okay.
They were the only constructor team up until Ferrari came along. Right? So, of course, you have advantages when you're a constructor team. Porsche was doing well. Porsche was doing well in between for a while. But I hadn't followed WEC for a while before this, but this year it was amazing. And of course, I watched Formula One. Yesterday qualifying was interesting. The Spanish Grand Prix was interesting as well. So, yeah, looking forward to some good results from Mercedes.
Yeah, let's hope Sir Lewis Hamilton wins that 8th world title. It's what I'm counting on, though.
I mean, it's not going to happen this year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you gotta wait a little bit more, brother.
I mean, I do want Fernando to win another race, probably another championship. I also have a soft spot for Carlos Sainz to come up the rankings and give that fight for the world title. But there's still that feeling of Sir Lewis Hamilton winning his 8th title.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for that as well, as I was already said. But when we talk about Carlos Sainz, I don't know what happened to that guy. Suddenly, it's just, I don't know. I just don't get it. I just don't get what's up with Carlos Sainz. Sometimes his performance is like just outstanding, and then something just goes wrong over the course of the weekend that just messes up his race. Yesterday, I don't know what happened. What's his name? Charles Leclerc was out.
Yep, out in Q3.
Before the final part of qualifying?
Q2. But that was Charles asking for soft tires. The team said, no, we want you to give a time lap on the intermediates. The track was like literally dried at that point. Albon, on the other hand, went out on softs, whereas the rest of the grid went out on intermediates. By the time the track was actually dry, Albon was up there with the right temperature in his tires, and he gave a time lap faster than anybody else on the track, to which everyone else followed suit. They put on their soft tires and went out to give a few more laps, only to catch themselves by the rain and to realize that during the end of Q2 the rain is gonna hit. So only the people who were able to give a time lap on softs, the second hot lap, got their time up the sheet, but the people who stayed out on intermediates, hoping the rain would hit sooner, could not make it. I mean, Sergio Perez, Charles, they were the victims of bad strategy calls, I would say. But it was a confusing qualifying. We can't really say that they were bad calls, because nobody could have predicted what happened last night.
Oh yeah, there were a lot of outstanding performances as well. Nico Hülkenberg securing a spot on the front row. That was quite interesting, I'd say.
When Nico got a grid penalty, he got a 3-place grid penalty. I'm not sure exactly why, although I did read that it was something related to not following the timings of the red flag, or the teams not complying with the yellow flag, something. So he has a 3-place grid penalty. He'll be starting P5, I believe. Yes, P5. So it's Fernando and Max on the front row. And even Sainz got he got a 3-place grid penalty because he impeded the laps of Stroll in Q2. So even he's starting out of the top 10.
Oh, down. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. This car is Banter drive.
How's your lap going so far?
Okay, so I bent the car 2 times. I have a lot of damage on my front and rear. It hits all over the place. I did a 32 minute 52.108. Is that good? I don't know.
A 32-minute lap?
Yeah, that's bad, no?
Bro, we haven't been recording the podcast
seconds.
for 32 minutes.
Wait, 32 Wait. What am I doing wrong here?
Oh, you know what? You know what might have happened? You didn't reset the lap when
I went back to the pits, right? Yeah, okay, so it's counting since the inception of our setting up and coming here.
Anyways. Yeah, it's not bad. My first lap was a 14:15.
Okay.
So yeah, my second lap looks to be a little faster because I'm pushing it a little because I also have a lot of damage. So I'm in the mind that until and unless the damage is critical, there is no point for me to go into the pits and waste time getting it repaired. I'm just putting in a few fast laps to get myself grooved in so I can get the car repaired once and then hit in a few good laps.